Did you ever get mixed signals from somebody that you dated?
You are so handsome, but in a homely sort of way. Like, I think we should go out on a date. On February 30th, or how about September 31st?
And mixed signals or target masking are equally annoying during metal detecting. For the sake of good and healthy communication, let's take a look at what a masked signal is. Le signals de masque. So let's do an example right now, and then we will go to the case study in the live video. So we got a quarter right here. Now let's see how it rings up on the Nokta alone. $87, $88. Now let's add a pull tab in. There's a huge difference in that signal. Very different signal that leads a lot more towards something that you would not really dig. And one of these little things, you know, it's going to throw off everything. You know, you add a bunch to it, which is basically New York, you get this. Something that jumps around like crazy. So nowadays, I'm happily married to the most wonderful lady in the world. But for the purposes of this video, let me ask you a rhetorical metal detecting question. If someone that you are dating gives you mixed signals, what do? That's right. You separate. Now we're going to go over target separation. So think of it this way. Two objects that are within the span of a coil are going to give you problems. If it's further than a coil length, comes down to target separation. So the Nokta Makro has impressive target separation. If two objects are not within the span of one coil, it's going to be able to identify it. It's going to be able to allow me to say, all right, hey, there's a quarter here and there's a pull tab over here. But let's take a look at the ground that we're going to be detecting. So look at it this way. In this video, I am the metal detecting version of Dr. Phil. I am making sure that the coins, the jewelry that I believe is in the ground doesn't have unhealthy relationships with pull tabs, with bottle caps, and all of the stuff that we hate. So we're going to clean up all of those problematic signals that are masking the good stuff. And we're going to see what is left. Let's do it. So this is my project tree, and you can see a fair amount of garbage still on the ground, which I'm going to pick up right now. But wait a second, how are you so sure that there's good stuff here? But if you look over here, I don't see it now. Oh, I see it. Right over there, there is one of the old light poles. And there's some history to the area. I know that there was a beer garden somewhere near here. So my theory is that you clean up the trash, you get to the treasure. And that's kind of how New York metal detecting goes. So the name of the park is Ferry Point Park, and it's one of my favorite places to detect. I recently did a video that profiles its history. So I'll put a link to it up in the top here, and you could click on that if you want. But just recently, within the past month, I found two large scents, just a little bit down in the main field. And this, combined with seeing an old tree, combined with seeing that lamppost, really made me think that this could be a good spot. And I'm just looking for that surface layer of trash right now. I'm going to start pulling that, and we're going to see what's under there. And we're going to start slowly uncovering this. I could find absolutely nothing. But even if that's the case, at least I do a little cleaning. Alright, so I got that to start. Let me fire up the detector after I get the rest of the obvious stuff. This is a really, really old, funky looking tree. I like it a lot. Alright, so let's fire up the detector. Man, I see garbage everywhere. It just keeps appearing. We'll fire it up eventually. Let me just keep getting the surface layer, because you know that's going to mask a lot of stuff. Oh, look at that. Here's my reward for doing it. I found a nickel.
So welcome to New York metal detecting. This is a reality. There's a lot of parks in New York. We have a lot of space that we can detect. But the thing is, people have had pull tab and bottle cap parties, I swear. Somebody stood around there in the 1970s and went, whee, woo, and threw all of this stuff that masks all of this great treasure underneath. And you have to pick and choose your spots. So again, I was Dr. Filling it. I was running my pinpointer over the surface, looking for pull tabs, looking for bottle caps, all of the stuff that could mask signals. Because again, we can't have two or more signals in between the span of the coil. So this was the efficient way to do it. I have about 2 inches of depth. With that, I would use that, and then I would detect an area. But let me show you what I pulled first. In terms of all of the garbage. So I consolidated this. I have 3 hours of video. We're consolidating it. Check this out.
Here we go again. Ka-ching!
Alright, let me break it down for you. That was all before we started detecting. That was all from the pinpointer. All of those trips to the garbage. We're just getting started.
Two incredible things. One, how incredible the Nokta is at target separation. And how polluted New York's ground is. But I'm going to clean it all up. So starting to dig into the ground now. Got a penny, old school pull tab, a dime, a nickel, and a zinc penny. So while we're looking for targets, look at how quick the macro is. Okay, that interests me in there. I'll call this my first reward of the day. Right next to these, it's a wheat penny. I'm gonna have to look up the year, but that's cool. Shows me that there's old stuff here.
There was also really big iron signals in the dirt. Here's an example.
This comes from this. No clue what this is. Big old piece of iron. Gonna throw it out. Old iron signal, I found a dime.
The wind is kind of unbearable on this one, so I'm going to narrate this from here. Look at how I get an 88 signal right here, which is a quarter and leading towards the silver range. Basically, it is from removing those iron objects and all of the clutter of the bottle caps there. And from there, I was able to do a really narrow sweep with my coil, and things were starting to break up. You know, I was starting to get that daylight and pull those better signals.
Where are you at? Oh. Well, it's a quarter. We couldn't have found that a few hours ago. Okay. We got a signal here. Let's see if we can pull this together. So right here, I think, is a coin, because we knocked out all the garbage. Oh, and there it is. It is just a penny. But you know what? I earned that penny. Found another iron bar. So, with the rest of the stuff, we're going to make another deposit. I'm not leaving until I find something good. I mean, I feel good about this stuff, but come on, man. Give me some silver.
After eliminating the surface layer of trash, then we used the Nokta to identify the next layer of trash. And again, it was within a coil space, so we had to knock out whatever we could. So, time to dig.
Well, I got an interesting bottle cap out of this. This is it's metallic. Not sure what it's from, but gonna keep it. Alright, we're back in the good news column because we got another wheat cent, that second one of the day. Alright, so we got some good news all around. I got another iron signal, but I'm really excited by a signal that I found right down here. Let me throw this out first, just so I don't put it down and lose it again, because that would be pointless. And then I'll show you that signal. Let me tell you something, this garbage can is getting, look at that. I'm doing my good deed for the day. I look at it that way. So watch this. See, we're starting to get the signals a few inches down. It was just another penny, but hey, this one was actually about 3 inches down, so we're making progress here. Once we get this, it stops from masking the deeper layers. You know, all of this stuff is, you know, keeping us from what I hope to be deeper targets, because this certainly is a very old tree. That could be a deep signal. Yeah, look at that. 3 inches. Right here. Looks like a speaker bud from a pair of headphones. Well, it wasn't what I was hoping it was. It's a beautiful place, but the fact that my bud is out here in a thunderstorm, I might have to do a little bit of self-examination on that point. I like to make a plan and stick to the plan, though. And that tree has been bothering me forever because of its location. And because it's by such a marker of old New York, one of those old lampposts. Look at how much better it is today compared to last time. But still, you can see there's stuff to clean. Another double pull tab. Somebody left me a garbage pail today. This is going to be nice and easy. Got a penny. Well, found an old key. Alright, this is a case study in masking. Look at this. So, remove this. Solid 80 signal. It's a Lincoln headset. I removed a pull tab, and this signal got even nicer. 3 inches down now, over on this side. Oh, I see it. We have silver. I believe so. Side sure looks it. Let's get this in better light. Yeah, look at the sides there. I can't get a date quite right now, but that is a silver dime. So we're on the silver scoreboard here. So my hypothesis is correct. This old tree is hiding silver. This tree also had some nickel pollution going on. I just saved it. Another interesting piece of scrap that is going in the garbage. And I got a bunch of more bottle caps too. Let me make sure I'm not throwing away. Oh, here's my silver. Putting that away. Penny. Key I'm gonna keep too. Alright, rest of this stuff. So look at this. Over here is where that piece of scrap was. Now I move over a little bit. Get a new target that was previously, here we go, not detectable. And it's just a dime, but this goes to show how garbage masks, I mean, I don't know if I could call this treasure, but you know, the good stuff. Just another penny. Another nice signal. 2 inches down. The sky is starting to open up. Alright, we found it. It's in the hole. It is out. And it is another wheat penny. So another nice signal. And again, the whole point of this video, this trash masks the treasure. 3 inches down. What is that? Oh, we found it. Come on, silver. And it is, looks like a wheat cent. Hold on, got a puddle over here. Yep, it's a wheat cent. Man, look at this. It's another screw of some sort. This little tree has been exposed to way too much metal, but we're fixing that. See, now we're getting to the smaller troublemaking objects. This little nail, and it is a dime, not silver. Got something interesting here. This might be plated. You see the golden color there? Don't know what the heck it is or what its purpose is. Look at that. Look at the rim there. Alright, got another deposit. Before committing to something so deep, I checked the surface first, and there was this little object here. It's another one of those caps. It's about the same size as the gold object. So I'm going to swipe again and see. Alright, move this classic Pepsi cap out of the way. Got another nice signal. Well, it's another memorial penny. Alright, well, this was a different sort of video than what I usually do. And my proudest achievement of this video is, look at the land here. You don't see one bottle cap. Yeah, I got one silver dime. You know, that's cool. Add it to the collection. But, you know, to deposit this, to clean up one small little part of this massive, massive park is a really nice feeling to have. And it really makes me want to do more. So, thank you, old tree, for hiding that silver all of these years, and I'll be back. Thanks for watching, everybody.